resurgence from either side.
The Kings of North America stumble, but one of these teams could maybe save the region. We have to say goodbye to our first North American team after this series. So you're going up against Luminosity, one of the most prepared teams coming into a LAN. They have a plan, they have a strat for everyone they face. You gotta watch out for LG's physical play. They haven't been able to execute, well, that plan and execute people on the field, and people gotta watch out for that.
I think so far the problem is that Retals has been shoved so far back based on the teams that they have played. As you said, it's Complexity, it's Furia. They are going to push you. Furia especially, yes, Complexity technically play more defensive, but that's still an offensive side because they play more defensive in South America, a very ball-chasing, aggressive region. Luminosity really could not deal with that, and Cheese, an early strike towards the target. Retals following up. OG so far standing strong, and JNaps with a long shot. Anyone there for the follow?
Oh, at least you don't let that backboard get used, threatening the double tap there, and a good counterattack by OG, but Luminosity putting on the shots, finding the rebounds. It's good signs of life this early as Cheese had to get mixed up with the defense as Noli builds space. 33, Calm steps up. Now around this corner, OG want to retaliate. Oh, this almost gets above Cheese's head as he stabilizes on his end as Magic Bear wants to get themselves out of this cave.
It's a minute 15, no instant, and the right-hand side is going to be a source for a lot of battles, I feel. Both these wings are going to be attacked very heavily to actually committing for Luminosity, and they were definitely suffering from that earlier, where we've seen a good few opportunities where Luminosity can maybe stabilize somewhat, and then they panic. They send two to a ball in defense. It's going to throw them off repeatedly if they're going to keep doing that, but OG need to also capitalize. Magic Bear removing Nolly, and you were saying earlier, Lemon, the aggression from LG is absolutely their bread and butter.
Oh, and that's a shot for JNaps, and you hear the stage get loud. Calm especially, but he's got his pants here, full approval, because what it takes to win, OG will do it all.
I spoke to Com a few days ago and I was saying, right, mate, are we going to be getting old-fashioned loud Com that loves to scream and shout and be cocky and be crazy? And he said, no, you know what? I'm going to see how the series takes me. If I do get loud, then it's going to be for a reason. I'm not just going to do it to any old opponent. Luminosity are not any old opponent. They are a team that Com is absolutely going to want to prove that he is that #1 billing on the side of OG.
Now Luminosity playing kind of far from each other, trying to connect on these long passes. And OG threatening the back wall. Noli, third man, stepping up. It's OG putting on the pressure. But now with the demos coming through, Luminosity have some room to breathe, but Noli misses that touch. Calm playing closer by him to help OG feel comfortable on the defense.
OG has so far held this lead, Nolly taking a touch low, passing to Ghosts though in the midfield. No one's there as Cheese does send the JNaps to the graveyard a little bit too early. Nolly left-hand side, can't find Com. And just a few touches from both sides going awry, not finding a teammate. No real future plan is going to be coming. We're hearing a lot of yapping. I don't know what team that's from, whether that's from the A stream or the B stream. But
oh, that's us.
Oh, that's us. Oh, it's my side tone. Gotcha. My bad.
But this is a good posture map one. OG won their last series 4-2, getting close. Calm a little too wide on that right post. And now just OG deciding to control that midfield. Noli with no boost. JNaps running on fumes too. OG wanting to keep the play alive. As JNaps had the first goal happen, but doesn't have his teammates there, needing to rotate back for boost. But OG command that midfield. It's a shot that goes above the defender. OG 2-0.
What an interception from JNaps. Perfect place, perfect time. Found by Nolly. We've seen Nolly assist in the greatest of moments, sending the ball down to apparently Jack all the way back in Rotterdam last year to win that major. His assists are otherworldly, and then of 2-0 in game #1 so far, saving the ball away is Com to keep it 2-0 as well. Only 80 seconds remaining.
Calm popped it up just in time. I was a little worried there. Calm is on the chase. Got Magic Bear back in hibernation. OG looking confident already. You know how much those 2 goals meant.
Oh,
they're a very energy-driven team, and this almost on the post. And Calm is going to put it off to the side. Rettles trying to save or send this to Cheese, but it's sent all the way down the field as JNaps disrupts Cheese. OG on the press, 52 seconds left. Cheese wants to build a response, and it's tough.
It's Magic Bear coming in for that interception as well, sent high by Cheese. Chance though, Rettles, nobody's there. Rettles now coming in again. A miss from Com, but it completely flummoxes anybody from LG. 40 seconds remaining.
And this is Luminosity offense that hasn't gotten a first goal yet. Not a lot of demos. Their playstyle not showing through, not converting from the online to LAN quite yet. Having to change things up. They faced against OG so many times. Coming up with something different. Rettles has to stretch to make the save. 17 seconds for Luminosity to even try to come back, but they're stuck on their end.
Final 10. OG have held on wondrously in this first game. A couple of nothing touches from Luminosity is going to lead to an OG dub. Game number 1. That is the exact start that they're going to want. And bear in mind, early on in the season, they wouldn't have seen themselves in for no reason.
Some might say that.
Some would say that. Don't get me wrong, some would say that. I wouldn't. They have got quality. They have just really struggled to find it.
And it's the last chance in this match in today to see if you can make top 8. And Luminosity, they expected to get top 8. Now the demos, Rettles with the reset. Magic Bear trying to team pinch this in as Cheese centers it out. Magic Bear turns his car around, and you love the early pressure out of Luminosity.
It's the early pressure as well as the early double demo from Rettles, and then dribbling the final defender out of the way. Couldn't quite get him particularly far, but that is a real show of intent here for Luminosity on Forbidden Temple.
Now Com will be tested, and he's like, oh, Cheese, I'll get out of his way. JNaps with the shot, saved at the last second. And it won't be a counterattack out of Luminosity, but I love the way that Luminosity has been able to metaphorically bounce back up until JNaps. It's deja vu all over again.
The goal scorer for OG comes out, and Nolly with a ceiling pinch, setting him up. What a pre-jump read from Grandpa.
Oh my God, you brought up the Grandpa. You'll never live that down. If you guys watch any of OG's videos, Grandpa will be thrown out. Don't treat my Canadian with such disrespect.
I'm sorry.
Cheese to Magic Bear, sailing across some boosts to work with, but getting contested in the midfield. OG put on the pressure, but Rettles has to go above, and JNaps doesn't have the boost to keep up. It's a toss-up, not only in this match, but in this game too as well.
It's a minute 10, and Luminosity have had, a couple chances, nothing too convincing. Cheese goes high, Com is low on boost here. That has been a theme actually so far. Either team at any given moment is low on boost. Both have been starving well, but I don't think it's led to too many of the goals so far. Obviously none for Luminosity. The Rettles is up, no chance for the double as Nolly is going to preemptively read that one. An interception comes out from JNaps, midfield, Com, can he go and find Nolly with it? Tries to follow it himself, Nolly was available. Maybe shied back a little bit towards the defense. Now Magic Bear, left-hand side, central for him. Again, intercepted by Nolly.
Yeah, these defenses have been able to beat these offenses coming in and breaking up the passes. You know, both these teams are so good individually, but their true strength is how they come together as a team, both with the lane experience and even bringing the fresh blood under the wing as it's a collision in front of the net. As JNaps wanted to keep the play going, but now you gotta slow down the bear. He gets demoed and Com pops it up in time.
Great moves from Luminosity there, moving from defense to offense so silkily, a choreographed dance for the boys in blue. Right-hand side, Magic Bear challenges, Cheese is bumping. Nothing working through right now for Luminosity, but a double floor pinch for Rettles. Can't quite work its way through. Right-hand side, again the source of more battles. Midfield, but low on boost. OG can't commit too much to this. Resources-wise, they are low. They're not out, however, they're still making their voices and their bodies present. Keeping blocks, keeping pressure on. It's come to shoot, but an easy shot of Magic Bear as he was already parked in the right place.
Yeah, and if you watch football, kind of a tush push. I know, I gotta teach you some things.
Football, as in soccer, I hope.
No, I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
But, we turned away to talk about football. Was that an own goal?
Speak of the man who has recently started calling soccer football, I am sure, because Nolly puts that into his own net completely. Magic Bear credited with it, but just a straight up own touch. Luminosity, they're going to be very happy with that one, and Rettles immediately from the kickoff does get removed, but that is a horror for the Englishman.
Yeah, and you want to stay mentally composed after that. And in this best of 5, you got to adapt as you go. It's not a long series like a first to 4. But at least Luminosity get their first goal, and whether gifted or not.
They all count for one.
Yeah, a win's a win. But OG Ocom has made fantastic touches on the defense, and he continues to deliver. But Cheese will keep it going. Few more extra touches. Maybe Reynolds can make a play. Luminosity fight for control, finding the bounces of J-Naps. He reads that well. And Reynolds still holds Cheese and Magic Bear all extended. The offense desperate to get a lead. And that's OG breaking up everything they can. And Luminosity are running on fumes.
70 seconds and those fumes are going to keep depleting. No chance here as J-Naps bumps Rettles completely out of the way. Nolly can work his way in. Again in that corner, Com forgoing the ball, going for the bump, but Cheese, he's been here before, will manage to escape. Cheese now trying to send it long. Again, an OG player working their way through. Nolly pre-jumping, Rettles stays up high, so Nolly goes low, but Cheese also reads that. Great defense coming out from LG on that chance.
Oh, so much battling in that midfield, and it's won by Luminosity. In the end, they are fired up with 40 seconds left. They have the lead.
Complete annoyance in the midfield was Magic Bear. Diving into every ball, backflipping into that pass eventually, and Rettles with the wherewithal to slam it home. One of them was Nolly's own goal. The second, a born and bred Luminosity banger.
Magic Bear flies high, he's bumped off, goes towards the back wall. Nolly puts it to the side. Rettles with low boost will do what he can. Now with the demos following through, that's where Luminosity can start to suffocate them. They'll move forward. Gotta be careful how they posture here. A little close to each other. OG able to break it out, but not break out of their zone.
Final 15. OG need to chase one of these goals, but Com completely lets that ball go. Magic Bear shies away intelligently as well, but a pinch coming through. Rettles has to clear this one away. Does so as far as Cheese. A mid-100 boost grab with more than enough to get a reset, flick it past. Doesn't matter if it's a goal. All that matters is that it touches the ground. Lost because of an own goal. That's an easy mistake to fix as well. They didn't outplay us for that. We outplayed ourselves. We're still the better team. It can absolutely work both ways, and that is exactly how coaches of any team should be reacting, especially over an OG side. Going into game number 3, completely drawn level. As we've said, win and you go through to round 5. Lose, you're going home.
OG knocked Luminosity out of the playoff bracket in the last regional, and they could do it in Swiss as OG were building up and the passes look good, and this stifles, and the first one to get on it is Magic Bear. Luminosity putting the shot high. Speaking of going high, it's OG just clearing it out.
Rettles towards that backboard. Magic Bear with an outrageous pre-jump. J-Naps sends it away quite handily. But all of OG Esports so close together, you could chuck a bag over them. 45 seconds in, and it's a positional error from everyone on OG.
Even though Cheese missed that challenge, Rettles wins his, and it sets up Magic Bear perfectly, who's been playing that neutral third, ready to switch and flex between defense and offense. And that's why you love having Magic Bear on your team. It really could slot on any team. But OG need to build a response and also build that confidence back up. And it's Cheese and a bump from Magic Bear. Luminosity are on a tear.
That is the electricity we wanted to see out of those two players. Magic Bear, no ball, all man. The Canadian is sent and the Cheese rolls it home.
Do not fight the bear. Not the brown bear, at least. The black bears, you may have a chance.
If it's brown, lay down. If it was it, oh, I don't know the other ones. I know if it's white, good night, because you're not going to beat a polar bear in a fist fight.
You know more bear knowledge than I do, and I'm the Canadian.
Thank you.
She's off the side. Well, all Reynolds almost had a chance to push that further. As if you're OG, you don't want that streak to get too much. Double commit, Luminosity, no leads there first, can keep the offense alive and trucking. But Dribble gets the demo, but OG couldn't pick up the rebound. They'll still just throw it down to the blue half, but now Cheese, the counterattack, it's off the cross. Magic Bear was there for the cleanup, but the mop is still in the closet. Reynolds forces the Nolly save, and Luminosity, the pressure was building. Cheese, it gets above his head. OG can breathe, maybe not. It's 2-on-1. Nolly does his best.
These demolitions rolling through for Luminosity have been horrifically hard for OG to deal with. A shot there, bouncing straight into a friendly player. Cheese sends it towards the backboard. Magic Bear's there, no bump for Cheese. And again, an awkward, messy defense coming through. OG, they are struggling immensely so far. Another shot, another bump, and another goal for LG.
Well, if plan A doesn't work, go to plan B, C, and D, and that's where Reddles cycles up and locks up the OG defender to assure that ball floats into the net, as OG haven't had an answer yet.
OG have looked much messier in this game, and when people have said previously, LG make a team play messy, historically, I've seen it a couple of times, and not when everyone said it. Sometimes they play messy themselves. This is an example of LG forcing a messy game. They are pushing OG to the limit, and OG are completely unable to deal with that.
OG are trying to boost starve them right now. I see Calm playing deep in net. Is where you catch Luminosity, lacking OG on the board.
That's a brilliant move too from Nolly. Just sheer full force attack. Be awkward, be annoying. They are held on by the fact that Cheese did completely whiff that ball, but on zero boost, I think he thought he had it. Had to go for it, of course, regardless. And now OG have cut down that deficit to just 2 individual goals as we hit dead on halftime.
Well, the OG offense starting to materialize.
Oh,
It's back from Reynolds. Bar down.
Slater, you filthy young man. Magic Bear finds him. Rettel says, thank you very much. See you later. Sayonara. Dent the crossbar on the way through.
And that was just the first half. Everybody strap in, it's gonna be a ride. I don't think OG are out of this yet, but it must be frustrating. Just when you think you have a leg up, you trip over your laces. That's a close call. Nolly sets it up and posts it top right.
The 6th goal in the game is good for OG. It's a complete miss by everybody in the midfield. Cheese then forced to do something with it, but Nolly is there to clean up that errant touch. 2 goals still separating these 2 teams. OG having a little bit more form to them, but Com misses the ball off the kickoff. A little bit of something fancy going through for Luminosity. A shot just below the crossbar, but Nolly can save it away. JNats to clean it up. Can he go for this dunk on Rettles? Rettles! He pays back the favor that Nolly gave him in the previous game. It's an own goal.
It's a 4th imposter moment. It happens. He says, unlucky, my bad. But that means OG are within 1 in arm's reach. And out of the number of shots that OG have, their execution's not bad.
And I'll tell you what, if you're Rettles, put that goal in a black and white montage. No one will know which team you were on. You can put it in there. It'll look like an absolute worldie of an angle.
Oh man, North America own goaling. I'm glad this is on the alternate stream, but it's all good. OG, less than 2 minutes to find the equalizer. And Luminosity always had a response, but this time it's OG building up that confidence. But that's a big win from Cheese, and the reset just dropping it off. He had 0 boost and didn't have a second man pushed up with him.
JNats, if you actually get that pass off, that he wave dashed onto 3 walls, kept the ball with him, then sent the pass over towards Nolly. This time Rettles receives on a flip reset, makes it threatening for Com. The quality in this series is skyrocketing. Now JNaps forgoes the ball, gives it to Com instead. Don't know if I agree with that necessarily, but now Com does manage to give the ball back towards JNaps. Cheese challenges versus Nolly. Nolly's going to win on that one. Magic Bear keeps the pressure. Over in the orange half, a dunk. Nothing from it till Cheese comes in. Rettles makes it awkward. No boost for Nolly. JNaps finds Com. Com finds the graveyard thanks to Cheese.
That was a great demo. You know the counterattack from OG was getting dangerous, but if Com is in the net, he's making that save 10 times out of 10. What a consistent defense, but how do they turn this into an offense? 40 seconds left as Com wants to win the midfield. The JNaps step on the it's a 2-on-1. Reynolds can't handle it.
35 seconds. He has got up. It is game day, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting towards the tail end of it, but the energy is electric here in Copenhagen.
From a 4-1 lead, closed in the last 35 seconds. OG, the momentum, the wind in their sails, but here's Rettles sailing across. Magic Bear in support. Rettles hoping to boost starve them, and it's sort of working. OG has to position around it. Magic Bear makes sure the red carpet is down. Lead back for Luminosity.
And Com at the back, you see him rotate, and Rettles, all eyes on, sends him to the sidewall. The net is open. Cheese does not miss them every day. 1 goal back for the lead for Luminosity.
I know Com can make the saves if he's there and if he's not getting put in the locker. Luminosity, you can't choke this now, not with the lead that was started. But Nully harassing Magic Bear, slight touch from OG to posture in the box, but the midfield, who is gonna win this, goes to the blue zone. Com to J-Naps, no, it's too far forward, but he can still recover this, keep the ball in the air, not a lot of boost for OG, it's a miss, goes to the midfield, J-Naps has to keep it up, but Cheese is gonna make sure there's some insurance for Luminosity. OG chasing, and it falls within their hands. Luminosity, match point.
Excellently managed for the series too. Aggression is the name of the game, and where better for aggression to thrive than here in the Coliseum?
Oh, OG, it must really hurt when you were just that close. You tied it up, you came back from a deficit. The same deficit like from Regional 1, your redemption arc, it's still within arm's reach for OG. But Luminosity take another game and it's match point, and they're already testing this defense. Com has time to juggle this, and J-Naps takes inch by inch to go a mile, but OG don't maintain possession.
It's the first 30, and aggression already very much rearing its head. Cheese with a reset, only makes it as far as Com, who then rudely saves it, so Cheese rightfully, I think, says, all right, mate, get back. I do not want you saving any more of these shots. Sends him straight to the scrapyard.
And I'm seeing Luminosity go for more demos onto Com, and that could be that pillar as Noli, the pass to Com, finds himself on the front line. Fantastic save out of Rettles. But Luminosity, as they took a second to find themselves and find the clear, OG just keep challenging. You don't have time to think when you're up against an OG with their backs against the wall. And even OG's coach says they play their best when odds are against them.
Minute 10 elapsed. Nolly, Com and J-Naps all so close again. They don't get much for it this time. Naps with a reset. Nolly now right-hand side. 2 players on LG having to commit to that ball, but pinched back towards their own half, sends Com scrambling, making sure it doesn't get past him. Rettles not even going for the ball there. Just wanted to bump Com away from it. Nolly removes Rettles, gets rid of the pest. And 90 seconds in, brilliance continuing to emerge.
Magic Bear and Cheese trying to connect on the front. It gets Rettles going for demos. And Luminosity have been good at removing players by force to free up the net. That's how they've gotten a few goals, but they got to be careful for overextending OG. Have won sometimes these midfield challenges, and that is a whiff! That will cost them! Luminosity with the first goal!
A completely unforced error. It's Nolly at the back. He has 100 boost, but he turns just too much towards the midfield. Cheese slams it towards him. Maybe thought it was going to go for a pop, then Nolly could then challenge it. Instead, no. You play it differently. You outdo that defense. Luminosity showing there's so many tricks up their sleeves.
Magic Bear has to be careful here. Nolly bumping Cheese around. OG want that early pressure off of kickoff. They managed to stabilize well. Not a lot of boost on the OG side. Luminosity were traveling, collecting everything they could, and they want to keep OG locked in. Here's Cheese with the 50. Doesn't get past Com, and Magic Bear has to retreat. Here's Nolly with space, time, and boost to work with. But man, Luminosity are so good at breaking these plays up, and they will be slowed down on their counterattack.
Halfway through the game, this leaves Luminosity standing. Naps goes central, tries to find Com, but Com committed to the same ball, so not quite as well positioned as he was like. Nolly banking on the miss, but Cheese, he's not going to give him that opportunity. Com now taking that touch low. Another challenge midfield. Rettles, can he go on that? No, it's a fake from Com. I love the idea. With no boost, what else are you going to do?
OG still stay in that shadow of Luminosity. They're only down by 1. The equalizer could be there. Oh, Magic Bear almost got the pass with the free jump. That's scary. Com is juggling it, and he's awkward. You see Luminosity smell blood in the water, but OG just send it away to have some real estate to work with, but Luminosity don't have clear control. It's sent back, and Nolly with the touch to Com. That's a little scary.
Good Lord, Nolly, sending it midfield again. You don't know who's there, but thankfully it was a teammate. Rettles challenging midfield again. Cheese and Nolly butting heads, more demos. Give me that Rettles heat map, by the way. I want to see just how red it is on the orange half, because Bro has barely left it. 90 seconds ticking down. Backboard chucked into the corner by Cheese, but no one taking a touch. That's still a few more vital seconds elapsed.
They were trying to get a bump on the back wall and see if that ball would just be lobbed in, and OG are trying to be as creative as they can, to be physical, to go for passes, the solo plays, whatever it takes. OG are trying their best, and the shots are only 4-3. OG aren't doing that bad.
It's close from that backboard too, and Magic Bear has to wait, bide his time, gets the touches midfield again. Rettel sends it long. Nolly, you've got under a minute. The boys on OG need to step it up.
Oh, Magic Bear keeping it up, and Luminosity keeping control. Rettles sails with the demo. Cheese takes the shot. Nolly pops it up. Magic Bear waits to see what Calm could do and fakes it out. And it's Luminosity's defense that don't seem pressed. They don't seem stressed. Nolly can't win the 50. Rettles with the pass, threatens the double, but Calm is there.
It's midfield again, but Cheese keeps his unrelenting pressure going. Calm finds one. J-Nats can't get a shot off. That was a completely open net. If any contact was made, that was a chance. Nolly, midfield again. Magic Bear press, he misses. But thank gosh Rattles was there.
It is so close, still always within one, and forcing the defenders back. Quick reaction out of Luminosity. The last 10 seconds, it could end OG Swiss here and now, and Luminosity could get the revenge. Here's J-Naps wanting the pass, and Cheese